Huge FMC drama. That's what we're talking about, everyone. Huge FMC drama. Okay, let's try and summarize this. So where do I start? My God. Let's just have a look here. This is the 3x3 FMC final results from the Sri Lankan Nationals in 2024. Oh my days. Oh my days. Breaking news. Sub 20 move mean. That's a big deal is my understanding. I don't know much about FMC. I'm really glad James is here to correct any massive mistakes I make. But 3x3 FMC final, new world record, Kalindu. Oh, I should have practiced this name. Kalindu Sachintha Wijasundara. That wasn't too bad. I'm just going to call him by his first name, Kalindu, for fear of being culturally insensitive. Kalindu, new world record. Amazing. NR at 18 moves and the 19.67 mean. Great. Great. However, there have been some loud noises from the entire FMC community about the legitimacy of this result. Yeah, thank you, James. 20.33 in the first round too. I would like to just put it out there. Just gonna come in. I told you I was gonna come in with a hot dad take. That sounded questionable. It's a hot take from a dad. Let's all just chill, because this is going to be investigated, is my understanding. But this is a person, let's remember, this is a person on the internet who now has a whole load of weight coming down on them. They're not having a great time regardless. So I just want to put it out there that there is a human being at the apex of all this piling on, you know? So let's just bear in mind, real person with real feelings at the bottom of all this while we dig into it. That said, there are a number of things that have raised eyebrows about this result. It was very, very unexpected, and the workings on the sheets that they submitted, again, I'm not an expert on FMC, but I believe what's an issue is that they haven't really shown their working as well as they need to for it to be considered legitimate. You know how in maths, you got to show your working. It's the same in FMC. If you've never done FMC before, that is the thing. You've got to show your working as to how you got to that answer, that result. And I don't think they've done a good enough job of that. Let's have a look at some links now. So we saw that's the results on WCA Live. First of all, let's just check on WCA. So the results of that competition have not been submitted yet. What's additionally suspicious is our man Kalindu is one of the delegates. So of all the people competing, was the person closest to the scrambles. I'm not accusing him of that, but I'm saying that is something that people are concerned about. They're bringing that up as a potential source of shenanigans. So on Reddit, our favorite place ever, our cubers. So first of all, this was an announcement by this person going, yo, new world record. Oh my God. And that's fair. It was very big news. And then there was Theodore's comment on the cubers friend post, had a nice plain English sort of summary. Just to clarify, I don't think it is suspicious that he got lucky. That is expected from a world record mean. It is, however, very suspicious that he is getting consistently very lucky in a very specific way, while the rest of his solutions are decent at best, and at worst, bad enough to the point where there are no high level FMC or whatever use it. I really hope that the competitive integrity of this event will be taken more seriously than the last time someone cheated a world record. This is where I'm missing context, because this has happened before, hasn't it? With somebody else. I also hope that this will cause more people to reevaluate the way FMC scrambles are handled, since this is not the first time this has happened, and unless something changes, it will not be the last. I'm just going to catch up with the chat here because there's some stuff going on. Sarmila Kumar's from Sri Lanka. Hello, welcome along. James, it's not exactly that their working doesn't explain how their solution works, it's more that it doesn't look like they're checking enough to have even a remotely reasonable chance of finding it. Curious Nick, Kit wrote a good summary of the suspicious aspects of the 2 rounds. Kit and Theodore write-ups are good. The sheer luck needed for such short finishes from these relatively mediocre DRs. I don't know what a DR is. The sheer luck needed for such short finishes from these relatively mediocre DRs is insane. Curious Nick saying it's a lottery winning amount of luck. 6 solves in a row is incredibly unlikely. Well, let's have a look at our man here. Let's have a look at this person. Yeah, because these are the results from the weekends, and obviously they are, I mean, I hate to say it, and again, there is a real person at the end of this. These are too good to be true, aren't they? Are they too good to be true? Is this like getting, what would this be? This would be like a pure sub 4 average in 3x3. I need someone to break it down into terms that I can understand. Just the cold numbers here. These are incredible results, aren't they? Vladislav Yushakov cheated a 19 single that was tied WR and still stands. Interesting. It's a 20 mean of 6. Yeah, so that's unreasonable, right? Cookie Robert, James is saying that these results wouldn't be unbelievable for names who I'm going to assume are big FMC guys. Wench, Fush, J or Radic. Very, very, very good though. So we need to see our man's progression, because I think that's the thing in question, isn't it? So this is the thing that has got people up in arms, is that this person has come from, in 2023, DNFing singles. How late in 2023 were they DNFing singles and getting 8th place? That was in September 23, which is not that long ago. And he's only been on since 2022. Curious Nick, someone ran a computer simulation of 1 million solves, and this means that from that comp they were significantly luckier than any mean during that simulation. So this is another thing that people are pointing to, is the progression that this person has gone from, you know, means of 33, 39 all the way down to 24 and 22. Very, very quickly. James, the progression is one of many suspicious elements. Even if he were an established FMCer, it would be weird, but the progression is indeed very, very suspicious even by itself. Curious Nick, if it looks like a duck, swims like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it probably is a duck. I hear what you're saying, but let's all remember, at this point, this is an alleged suspicious, well, it's not alleged that it's suspicious. It's suspicious for the reasons that people have outlined, but it's alleged cheating at this point, because lest we forget, the results from the competition are not up yet. They are not up yet. I imagine that this is going to the disciplinary committee, you know? I imagine it is. I feel like I've got this guy's face on screen. I feel like I'm doxing him. That's not what I'm trying to do. I mean, we have talked about his name. His name is out there. I think that's all that I want to say about that. There was a new FMC world record set. People are suspicious about the circumstances under which it was set. I think that's fair to say, isn't it? But I will also come in with my own opinion, which is, let's all be nice. It's alleged so far. It's going to be investigated. Yes, people are spicy because there is a previous record that was proven to be cheaty and still stands. Like, James, we know that 19 was cheating, or is that alleged? I don't know enough history around that one. Maybe next week we have to do like an FMC cheating history lesson. Maybe we need to go back and explain that one. James, not sure if it would be WDC or WEC. That's ethics, I assume, because he's staff. Yeah, this is worth saying as well. Kuranair saying also they were only recently asking how to use NISI, which I believe is advanced FMC stuff for huge brain FMCers. And James has come back to say, to be fair, asking how to use NISI isn't suspicious in itself, other than it shows that he was at a beginner level recently. If you've never done FMC, by the way, I've done FMC one time in an unofficial competition. Hot dang, it's hard. It is so difficult. Like, really difficult, especially for a chump like me. I also should say I didn't study or learn anything about it. I just went in with CFOP. My first solve was a DNF because I got 81. You're only allowed 80. I did an inexplicable F prime in my solve, and I still haven't forgot about it. Then I did like 70s or something like that. So I didn't get a mean. I got a couple of unofficial singles. James is slapping back at the term alleged. Alleged in the sense that he never admitted it, and it's not possible to find concrete proof. How could you find concrete proof? Could you make him do some FMC under controlled circumstances? That seems like a bit of a stretch. I don't know how you would. It would depend on, they would have to, because there's like 6 different accusations coming at the man. It's difficult to bring that case, I suppose, to a disciplinary committee, isn't it? Because there's just so much coming, and everyone's like, well, which one is it? Which one can you actually prove? If this was a court of law and you had a lawyer bringing your case to the disciplinary committee, they would bring the case. Let's say they're bringing the case for the WCA, they're bringing the case for the prosecution. They would bring a case that they were sure they would win. So they would bring the one that they had evidence that they knew would stand up, wouldn't they? So, I don't know. At the moment, it is alleged, is what I would say. I hope Kalindu's doing alright. I hope they're managing to sleep at night, regardless of what's happened. I hope they're doing alright, because they've got a lot of people coming after them on the internet. But also, don't cheat, people. Don't cheat. I don't condone cheating, just to be clear. I don't condone cheating, nor do I condone bullying. 2 things can be true at once. I don't condone cheating. I don't condone bullying either. That's all I'm going to put out there. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I don't really have much more to say, because I don't know what I'm talking about. And that's always a good time to stop talking if you don't know what you're talking about.